Good evening, everyone. Today we're diving into Luke chapter 2, which, let me tell you, is like the blockbuster Christmas episode of the Bible, but with fewer reindeers and a lot more purpose. So, Caesar Augustus thinks he's running the show. Let's have a census, he says. Sure, Caesar, totally your idea. Meanwhile, God's in heaven like, perfect. That's how I get Joseph and Mary to Bethlehem on time. You think you're in charge, Caesar? God's just using your decree to deliver his promise. Mic drop. Now, Joseph and pregnant Mary travel to Bethlehem, and she's not just pregnant, she's ready to deliver any minute pregnant. Imagine trying to ride a donkey like that. That poor woman. Joseph's probably like, almost there. And Mary's like, if you say that one more time, I will turn this donkey around. And boom, Jesus is born. Not in a hospital, not in a cute baby bassinet, in a manger, a feeding trough. God literally enters the world between hay, animals, and that one cow who just won't stop mooing. The King of Kings shows up in a barn. Why? Because God wanted us to know he's not afraid of our mess. In fact, he chooses to meet us right in the middle of it. Then come the angels, but not to kings, not to religious VIPs, to shepherds. These are blue-collar, rough around the edges night shift guys. And suddenly, the sky lights up like heaven's got its own fireworks show. One angel says, "Good news of great joy for all people." And then, bam, a whole choir of angels shows up. Talk about overkill for a couple of shepherds. But God's saying, this message is for everyone, even the ones people overlook. Now, these shepherds don't waste time. They rush to Bethlehem, find the baby, and what do next? They go full-on evangelist, telling everyone they meet. They didn't have theology degrees. They didn't attend Bible college. They just had one encounter and couldn't shut up about it. Meanwhile, Mary's over there quietly treasuring everything in her heart. Everyone else is running and shouting. Mary's reflecting, because sometimes faith looks like action, and sometimes faith just sits and soaks it all in. And let's not forget Simeon and Anna later in the chapter, two elderly people waiting for a promise. Simeon holds the baby Jesus and says, "Now I can die in peace." That's a man who understood what really matters. Not power, not comfort, but seeing the Savior with his own eyes. So, what does Luke 2 teach us? That God is faithful even when it feels messy, that greatness doesn't always look glamorous, that good news is meant to be shared, and that sometimes the most powerful response is just quiet worship. Oh, fucking what? And that Caesar may think he's the boss, but God's the one writing the script. Thank you.